Guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are going to take a look at a game I played recently with one of the best Call of Duty Warzone players in the world, Forpantheon. This guy has a 6.45 KD, which puts him in the top 0.1% of players. So we're going to analyze this game that we had together and give you some tips on how you can go ahead and get more wins in Warzone. Also joining us in the party is one of his friends, Panny, who is also an incredible Warzone player with around a 3.5 KD. The other guy with us is a random, but when you've got players this good, I think that you're going to get the win. So we drop straight into train station, grab a couple of guns as we are about to have our first engagement with the first team that dropped in with us. Now, even the best players in the world aren't invincible. As you can see, Forpantheon is down. The first tip would be to stay close to your teammates so that you can get these engagements done and fight them as a strong quad or duo or trio, whatever you're playing. As soon as we have enough for a loadout, we're going to go ahead and grab that. It's going to give you an advantage early on before other teams have had a chance to actually get their loadouts. If you're playing on duos and not quads, you might actually opt for going for a UAV. That way you can still fight other teams that are also using ground loot guns, and you're going to have an advantage, so you can get a few kills early on and you're going to get the money back anyway when you kill those teams. Now right now we've picked up a bounty. We're going to go ahead and push that, clear out the next area, and it's going to set us up nicely for a mid-game rotation, which eventually is going to work towards your end game. It needs to be stressed again that you should be sticking with your teammates, especially if you're separating throughout the map to try and chase kills. At least do it in teams of two. This is a great example of it now. Even though Forpantheon's an amazing player, this guy comes up behind him, may have been able to get a down off on him, but obviously with us together there was just no chance of him being able to do that. Vehicles, especially helicopters, are a great way of pushing teams and moving around the map effectively. Don't just use these for supply runs to get your teammates back. You should be utilizing these. Even right now, we're looking at the top of the building before landing just so that we can get a good idea. Is there anyone on the roof? If not, we can help our teammates push inside. Now that we know it's clear and we've found where the other team is actually hiding out, we can go ahead and plan on pushing these guys, split up the rotation a little bit and just push them from two different sides. This guy here is separated from his teammates. It makes for a nice, easy down. Again, emphasizing if you're going to be splitting up, do it with someone. Right now, I'm reviving one of my teammates. Stick close to whoever you're pushing with. Again, this comes into play right now. He pushes into a room, he gets down, but I'm there right with him to finish the kill, and he doesn't have to go to the gulag because we've got each other's back. Don't try and be a hero on Warzone. I know some of the best streamers will split up to try and get good YouTube content, but if you want to get the wins, this is the way to do it. Of course, when your free loadout comes in, assuming you went overkill on your first class, go ahead and grab Ghost. It's going to keep you off the minimap, and it's going to give you an advantage on other teams so they can't see you on those heartbeat sensors. Again, I just got downed here. Teammates are right with me. They can get me straight up, saves me a trip to the gulag, and we can work on trying to wipe out this team on the opposite side of these twins buildings here. Nice easy kill there with the C58. If you want to see the Cronus Zen settings for that, I have a video on my channel. I should also point out I was the only one in this game actually using a Cronus. Forpantheon, Panny, they do not use Cronuses when they play this game. They are professional Warzone players. They don't really need them, in all honesty. Me and Panny go to push this roof. There's a guy on the UAV. He ends up killing him with a throwing knife. Obviously, he's an amazing player, so he doesn't really need me here. We end up spotting another team on the roof of twins. We end up exchanging downs, but because we have two professionals with us, we end up winning this exchange and we're straight back in the fight. I go ahead and change my C58 for one of the Krigs on the ground, as this actually proves pretty beneficial in a clip coming up very soon. At this point, we're going to go ahead and work towards rotation, make our way back to train station. We're going to head to the roof. It gives us a bit of high ground, and then from there, we can basically rotate in either direction we need to, depending on where the circle's going to move. One down, two down, three down. Oh, fuck you, boys. Fuck you, boys. Get shit on his one shot. Absolutely destroyed that team flying over in the heli. The Krig is an amazing gun. If you want to see the Zen settings for the Krig, I have a video on my channel, so go ahead and check that out. We're now going to move on to the other side of the train station roof, see how clear the circle is, and then we're going to make our decision on which way we want to rotate.
Really nice.
Again, we've kept our heli. Great way of actually getting around the map. In terms of the kills so far, Forpantheon leading the way with 9, Panny with 7, myself with 6, and then our straggler with 2. Oh, I nearly killed him. Now that the circle's quite small, we're going to go ahead and think about high ground and rotation. So we're going to head towards this apartment building here. We're going to split 2 and 2, go in both sides and just wipe the team on the roof. This is a veteran move here, checking this window. You can see who's on the roof. We get around this wall and then we are able to dispatch this team really easily. Stick close to your teammates on buildings like this because, as you can see, an airstrike is going to come in. You want to get the reses off really quick so that you can go ahead, get inside, and then return to the fight. But we're going to go ahead now and move into rotation. We can see the circle getting smaller, so positioning really is key. And again, you're going to see an example, sticking with your teammates just in case anybody flanks you from the side. You can go ahead and help out. That way you're going to avoid gulag trips later on. Now, right here, we know that we need to get down into the circle, so I'm going to go ahead and throw a Semtex. This will push people away from the ladder. It gives us those few seconds that we need to turn around, get onto the ground, and then we've beaten them down so that we can get into rotation before them. Don't try and challenge every gunfight just to try and get some kills. Think about how you're going to place yourself towards those final few moments. That's going to determine whether you're going to win the game. At this point, I'm down. I don't expect to be rezzed, and you shouldn't really be going for rezzes at this kind of stage of the game. Just turning around to res a teammate could throw the entire game. So let's see how Forpantheon goes and mops this up. You'll notice that he is constantly rotating on the enemy team. It means they don't exactly know where he is because they're having to take cover when he hits them. Now, this is a brilliant, brilliant move right here. He has a guy down on the right just here. He checks him quickly. He's not self-rezzing, so he's not going to thirst him. Always go for that player that has a self-res and is trying to get up. You'll end up getting the team wipe anyway, and that is how to get a perfect win with one of the best players in the world. So I really hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope to play again with him very soon, and if we do, we'll get another video for you. So maybe you've learned something from this. Go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to see some more content as it drops, and I will see you guys on the next one.